Love and light. Love and light, please. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. But I guess I gotta get ready. Okay, okay, okay. Collective. I'm gonna big y'all up right now, right? I'm gonna big y'all up right now. You've been an influencer on so many different platforms. You have other platforms. I know you do. I know you do because this message wouldn't have been so strong, as strong as it was today. The message was you've been an influencer on so many different levels. You've helped people learn or adapt to the ebb and flow of life. Yeah. Yes, baby. Yes, bro, sis. You know what I mean? You've been authentic, you've been transparent, you've been, you know what I mean? People have been watching you, even if they're not even saying, people aren't, doesn't matter, right? You doing it because you're on purpose. You doing it because you've been told this is what you need to do. You know what I mean? So you have been exposing the difficulties of the ebb and flow, the dark night of the soul, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, and you've been giving people a different perspective on how to get through life's ebbs and flows. And that's awesome, man. That is amazing. Like, you know how many people, you're not looking for any you're not looking for any accolades, you're not looking for any of that. You're just being authentically and organically you. And divine the Father is so proud, so happy. You've been on purpose. You didn't even know you was in purpose. You didn't even know you was in your mission. You didn't even have a clue. You just doing what felt right. You know what I mean? Sharing your experiences. Sharing memes, sharing quotes. You know what I mean? Giving. You know what I mean? Because to you, it broadened your horizon. It broadened your view on how to get through whatever you were going through. You know what I mean? How to get through it's like a ebb and flow. You know what I mean? Like what helped you get through the dark night of the soul or the rebirth, the death and the rebirth is what you shared with the community, with people. You know what I mean? On different platforms. You've been an influencer and you didn't even realize you were being an influencer, bro. Sis, you heard what I said? You've been influencing people to see their way through the ebb and the flow, the dark night of the soul, the death and the rebirth without even being aware or even trying to look for accolades or, you know what I mean, like approval. You were just doing it because this is what you felt was, you were just drawn, you were called to do it. You didn't even know why you were doing what you were doing, sharing memes, sharing quotes, writing out your own whatever's. Like you were just you were called and you did. You followed. You were an obedient child, I like to say. You were father's obedient child. And you didn't even realize how you were changing the masses, the minds, the thinking process, helping others get through the ebb and the flow, the death and the rebirth, the dark night of the souls, collective. And with that being said, your patience, your you know what I mean, your discipline. You know what I mean? Like your sacrifices that you made. You think of the long term. You don't think of, superficial instant gratification. You work through that. You know what I mean? Like collective divine is about to take their baby to a new level, to a new height, because you were doing this and didn't even realize what you were doing. You were just doing it because it felt right. Share this, share that, speak on this, speak on that, and you've awakened so many souls. You've helped so many people regain their power. I can't even speak right now because I'm so emotional. My nose is itching. My you've helped so many people regain their power, to understand the ebb and flow, to understand the dark night of the soul, to understand the shadow work and releasing what no longer serves them, seeing their worth, understanding who they are and what gifts they have to share with the world. They've watched you evolve, bro, sis. And you didn't even have a clue. You were just you were just sharing. You were just being authentically, organically you. And you've helped so many souls evolve. And you weren't looking for any accolades. You weren't looking for any recognition. You weren't. You were not. You were just sharing what you had experienced and what you had gone through and how it felt. And in doing that and being so transparent, you've helped so many process. This is phenomenal. This is great. This is this is this is big. And you didn't, I mean, maybe there were times when you thought, when is my turn? When is it my turn? When is it going to feel better? When is it going to get better? When is it going to be my turn? But then you got to a point where you were just like, it'll happen in divine time. You wasn't trying to force it anymore. You let go of control. You released the control issues. You know what I mean? Like, divine timing is what it is. And that's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. And in being that and evolving to that place, you've helped so many others evolve to this place. You did? You did what are you smelling what I'm cooking? Are you smelling what I'm cooking? Because it's been way bigger than you. It was always bigger than you. But you never thought about it in that manner. You just thought about it as, I'm just being myself. I'm just sharing my pain. I'm just sharing my experience. I'm just sharing how I got through it. You know what I mean? That's what happens. You know what I mean? When we're authentic and we're out here, you know what I mean? When we're on mission and not even realizing we're on mission. We're in our purpose. We don't even realize we're in our purpose because it just ebbed and flowed. Right? So you've helped so many others get on their purpose, get into their mission without even thinking that's what you were doing or what your intentions were. Because you've been so authentic and transparent. You know what I mean? Like, it's so organic. Are you grasping what I'm listen, I'm gonna say it again. Are you smelling what I'm cooking? Divine is so happy with you. Your ancestors are so pleased. And trust me when I tell you, because you were with blind faith and you were so transparent, you were so organic and authentic about your process and how you were going through what you were going through and what you were getting through and you know what I mean, however it was and whatever you did, however you did it, you know your story. You know what I mean? You know how you did it. You know how you went through it. But you're on many platforms and you've helped so many people. I kept hearing to the point where it's like it's phenomenal because everybody you touched somebody else, and they touch somebody else, and they touch some. This shit is making waves, baby. You've made waves in the collective. You know what I mean? And that wasn't even your intention. Your intention was to heal. You feel me? Your intention was to heal. It didn't happen to me, it happened for me. What am I learning from this? Why is this person coming into my life? What am I learning from them? Like, it was all about it was about you were learning. And in your learning and being transparent, and authentically being honest and I say it again, transparent. Because you didn't hide your pain. You didn't hide your obstacles. You didn't hide your fear. You were open. You were honest. You were sharing. Whether it was your own words, whether it was a meme, whether it was you were sharing what you were going through, which in turn, help others broaden their minds. Your ancestors, father, mother, they're all so happy and pleased. And okay, there's the other side of this. Okay, let's keep it above. There's always two sides. Okay. Then there are others who are not really happy about the fact that you've enlightened these others. You know what I mean? Like you've shared your pain, you've shared your enlightenment, you've shared your ebb and flow, you've been transparent about your dark night of the soul, you've been transparent about your death and your rebirth. There are others who are not happy about that because see, they want people to stay asleep. You woke so many, you have awakened so many souls, honey. That's why the warfare against you is off the chart. I know, this is so good, but we have to look at the dark and the light because that's the polarities, the yin and the yang. You know what I mean? You have been a light, you have been a beacon of light for so many lost souls on other platforms. This isn't your only platform. Mm-mm. No, this isn't your only platform. You will awaken and see. Okay, so before you got to this platform, you were on other platforms and you were awakening the masses. And you experienced a lot of spiritual warfare in those other platforms to the point where people stop liking and sharing and understanding and commenting. And you were cool with that. You're okay with that because you understood the assignment. Even though I said earlier you didn't really understand you were on assignment. You just said, okay, whatever, it is what it is, right? Cool. You were okay with it. You were accepting of the fact that people were getting what they needed, but you didn't even really look at it that you were putting out advice or you were giving advice or you were, you didn't look at it that in that respect. You just looked at it as this is what I feel. I like this. This is enlightening to me. This is giving me a different perspective. It's broadening my mental. It's having me think outside the box, right? I love this song. Good morning, gorgeous. Handsome, whatever. But yeah, collective. You have enlightened so many souls. Oh, we're gonna get a card from mother. Where mama at? Let's see what mother wanna say. Mother Isis. Love me some her. How's everybody doing on this Tuesday? What's poppin'? People, love and light siblings. It's good. Oh. We got a couple that flip. Let's see. Temple of Lapis Lazuli. Your soul is very ancient and holds the wisdom of star people from civilizations with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a culture based in fear to a love based community. I can't make this up. Okay, let me pull it together. Temple of Lapis Lazuli. Your soul is very ancient and holds the wisdom of star peoples from civilizations with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from cultural based into in fear to a love based community. You are here on this planet to, to be you, to follow to the fullest extent possible. Then you will help heal human culture so that the planet may thrive. Yo, I didn't use these words, but this is exactly what I just said. Collective, Lapis. Let me hold this up so y'all can take a screenshot. Collective. You sharing your story, you sharing your ebb and flow, you sharing your dark night of the soul has awakened so many. Collective, collective, yo, collective. I just said this in different words. Wow. Talismans of potency. Sacred tools and objects can be an extension of your energy field. Focus your power and intentions, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter, bringing physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in the conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as part of your spiritual practice. So it's encouraging you to work with crystals, to they called you crazy for wearing crystals, they called you weird, they said you was different. But you're being encouraged, collective, to ground yourself. Use whatever you're attracted to. If you're attracted to a certain crystal, buy it. You know what I mean? Learn about it. You know what I mean? Use it as a tool to help you heal, help you feel balanced, help you feel grounded and protected. Always protection. Yeah, yeah. Can't make this shit up. Uh, uh, uh. Collective. Coming out as the Queen of Pentacles off the bat because of your loving nature, motherly. You know what I mean? Like you were being the mother. Mm, mm, mm. Somebody wants me to shut up. I ain't done yet. Hold up. Wait a minute. Collective, you were being the mother to the masses and you didn't even realize. You were being, something that they look forward to on a daily basis. Something that they okay, what are they putting out today? What are they saying today? Um, what did they experience today? You know what I mean? You were a guide. You were a guide. You were a nurturing guide for so many. Yeah. And you're kind, you're compassion, you're loving your life. You know what I mean? In spite of what you were going through, in spite of what your heart may have been going through, what were dealing with in your surroundings, or the way people treated you, you still were loving. You know what I mean? Male or female, King of Cups. King of Cups doesn't really show their emotions, but at the end of the day, you were still loving. You were still compassionate. You were still understanding. You were that listening ear, that motherly energy for a lot of people collective. And justice is going to be given. You know what I mean? Like if you're going through anything right now, collective, or you've been going through things because people, like I said, there's a lot of spiritual warfare because of what you were doing. You were enlightening people. You were helping people get through the muck and the mire. You were helping people become that lotus flower that grows from the mud. You were helping people, take their emotions and transmute it into something positive, something that they weren't used to or didn't understand or weren't taught. You were teaching them, and you didn't even realize it. On mission, in your purpose. You just took it for granted. You know what I mean? Because you were being authentically you. You know what I mean? You were being transparent. You know what I mean? Because you were in your healing process. And justice is about to be served for you, baby. Girl, sis, you're about to receive something. The universe is ready to bless you because you allowed yourself to be used. And you didn't worry about ridicule. You didn't worry about the naysayers. You didn't worry about the naysayers. You didn't worry about the people who didn't chime in. You didn't care. You just kept being you, authentically you, and transparent in your healing process. And so justice is going to be served in your favor, baby. They've been studying you. You studied yourself. You healed yourself. You ebbed and flowed so you could be, you could, and you didn't even realize you were being a teacher. You didn't realize that was your mission. That was your purpose, to be a teacher. You didn't even understand it at the time, but now you get it. You get it now. They've been taking notes, baby. But it's all for their good. It was all, you were giving away the healing in which you were receiving. You get it? You get it? You smell what I'm cooking? I'm saying, man. That's crazy. Let's see what else. Collective. Smile, baby. Smile. Smile. You know, yeah. Smile. Smile. Two of them turned around. 7 of swords and the 5 of, God damn, the 5 of swords, the 5 of pentacles and the 7 of swords. So many people came for you. So many people wanted to shut you down, wanted to cut you out, wanted you to shut up and go away. They did. And you know why? You know why? Because you were awakening the masses. You were informing them. You were informing them to roll with the punches. This too shall pass. You know what I mean? And they looked at you, and I'm gonna say, you had people doubting you. People counted you out. People didn't see you coming through what you had been through. They didn't want you to get there. This is what they wanted you. They wanted to cheat, steal, betray you. They wanted to continue to put those knives in your back. They wanted you to feel out in the cold. But even in the cold, you still found the light, collective. Even in the cold, you still see all that light that you still found the light. You still remain transparent. You still remained authentic. That's why justice is coming for you, baby. That's the truth. The King of Swords, baby. That's the truth. Love, compassion, understanding, all of the things that you gave to yourself is now coming to you. Justice, baby. Everything you went through, the ebbs and the flows, the losses, the death and the rebirth, the dark night of the soul, where you had it all, and you lost it all. But you still stayed 10 toes down. You still kept your faith. You still never quit. Huh? You was transparent. You was authentic. You was organic. You shared your pain. You shared your experiences. And this is what you will receive. The sword of justice, baby. You had to walk away from people, places, and things. That was part of you. That was part of the process. That was part of the growth. That was part of the assignment that you didn't even realize you was on assignment. But that was part of the assignment. People walking away from you, you walking away from people. Take it where it applies. I'm sure it both happened in your journey. When you had to walk away from people, and people had to walk away from you. because they couldn't. They weren't on the same vibrational match, and you wasn't ready really, because you didn't know your worth. You didn't understand the journey in which you were on. You didn't understand that you were a teacher. You were brought here on purpose, on mission. You had a mission. You had a purpose, and it was to wake the masses. Okay, Empress, I can't make it up. Empress, you've been birthing things. You've been businesses. You know what I mean? You've been birthing ideas in others' minds. You've been helping them expand their consciousness. Mother, divine, true love. Yes. Yo, when I tell you, I just heard people knew who you were before you knew who you were. It's been a long journey, y'all. Bro says it's been a long journey, and there's no gender and tarot. Y'all know that already. I shouldn't even have to say that shit. Empress, Emperor. It's been a long journey of self-discovery, of learning to be transparent, learning to be authentically and organically you, without concern or worry of others' opinions. Yo, you were brought to wake the world, bring a new idea, new, consciousness to the world. And like I said, you touch someone, they touch someone, then that person touches someone, and that person touches someone. Everybody, and you've been on this journey. You've been in mission, you've been on purpose, and you didn't even realize it until now. You planting seeds, baby. You were planting seeds. You've been planting seeds on other platforms until you got to this one. You've been awakening the masses with your transparency and authenticness. Your ebb and flow. How did you get through that? How did you overcome it? You explained the pain. You explained the journey. Collective. Oh my gosh. And you kept your faith. You stayed 10 toes down. Even when you were scared and you were unsure and you didn't know how things were going to work themselves out, you was like, I know y'all got me. I know you got me. Father, ancestor, you've been planting seeds all over the place, collective. You have helped inspire so many minds to heal, to profess their let go of regret, let go of past, down generational curses. I'm here. Just like you had to. You had to break those curses. You had to break those generational patterns. You had to break those cycles. You know what I mean? You had to let it go. You had to work through. You had to ebb and flow, baby. And you were transparent and completely organic about how you got through it. If you had to shed a tear, you shed a tear. You didn't care. You was like, I'm here. This is what it is. This is what I'm going through. This is how I'm going to work through this. You felt so many. You planted so many seeds on so many different. You know what I mean? Anybody that encounters you comes and walks away with a different perspective on everything. Because of you. You made them feel heard. You made them feel seen. You made them feel loved. You know what I mean? Some of these people betrayed you because they never experienced this type of feeling before until they met you. And then when they met you, they were like, this is too good to be true. This can't be real. This is not real. This is some bullshit. This is some game. What you got going on? And you just like, take what you will. Do with it what you will. God sent you into so many people's lives to show them a different way, to help them on their journey to release trauma, insecurity, low self-esteem, abandonment issues, mommy, daddy issues, like, because you were working through them on your own. And so you were brought into people's lives to help them get through them as well. And then as they watched you speak on these specific topics and be organically transparent, they were like, wow, maybe I am repeating patterns. Maybe I am, insecure. Maybe I am repeating, you know what I mean? Like I do, you know what I mean? Like I do have mommy daddy issues. Maybe I do, you know what I mean? Like you opened up their mind to look at themselves with a loving and compassion. With loving and compassion in their heart, they actually turned and looked at themselves in the mirror. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You said, you show people, good morning, gorgeous. Say, good morning, handsome. Good morning, gorgeous. You know what I mean? In spite of my insecurities, in spite of my self-esteem issues, in spite of my mommy daddy issues, in spite of my, wanting to trauma bond with people and thinking it's love when it wasn't. You know what I mean? Because of the patterns in which I was raised in. You know what I mean? People look to you, bro, sis. You have opened up the minds of so many. I just want y'all to know, like the divine, your ancestors, you know what I mean? Mother is happy. They are proud of you. And I know there may be times when you're just like, you feel like you ain't doing enough or you ain't got enough going on and you unsure still. It's part of the ebb and flow. 3120. Yeah. These people are celebrating life now because of you. People are looking at themselves through different lenses. They're looking at they're releasing, and they're able to celebrate now because they have released so much baggage. You know what I mean? Like childhood trauma. You know, self-esteem. So many people are celebrating now because of what you brought to those platforms and the transparency and what you were willing to put yourself out there to help. And you didn't even realize you was on purpose. You were just doing it because you were healing. You were needing to heal and you needed an outlet. You needed an outlet to release that pain, to get a better understanding. Whether you got it from, and I'm not saying that you were putting yourself out there to the point where you were looking for people to give you guidance, because that's not what you were doing. What you were doing was you were releasing. And in your release, others saw that as being transparent. They saw that as being healing. They saw it as, wow, how courageous are you to put your pain on full display? So then I can turn around and look at myself and look where I'm suffering, where I'm feeling pain, where I'm holding on to old patterns. You know what I mean? I saw mommy and daddy argue all the time, fight and kiss and make up, and everything was good for a little while, but then they was back at it again. And the honeymoon stage is, oh, we jump into this relationship, that relationship, everything is cool. Or we, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Jealous, envy, of others when there's no need. There's no need. Because we're all given gifts. See, Father, He gives us all gifts. We are all talented in our own special way. We just have to tap in. You gave people an opportunity to go within by being on these different platforms. You've been an influencer. You have been an influencer for so many by just being authentic, being transparent, striving to heal you. You have been an influencer for so many. Amen. Your heart. No matter what you've been through, collective, and what I'm hearing is you've been through a lot. Because I know I have. I know I have. And I'm part of this collective. Trust me, I am part of the collective. I can't speak on something I don't know nothing about. You heard? You've been through a lot. You've experienced a lot. And we're talking about a very, very young age, you know? But you've also been, you know, you've been a warrior, you know? You've been a survivor, you know? That's why you were chosen. That's why you've been chosen for this reason, for this in this day and age. This is why you were chosen because you've been through a lot and you've been a survivor, but you still kept your heart pure. You never, you know what I mean. You never let hate take over. You still gave people the benefit of the doubt. You still saw the good in humanity, in spite of everything you've been through. In spite of everybody that came up against you, collective, you still said, "All right, you just going through something. I'm going through something." You know what I mean? Like, it's human nature. See, you understood the concept of human nature a long, long, long time ago from a little tyke. You understood it. And you understood how to survive it. You understood how to ebb and flow. You understood how to get in and out. You know what I mean? That's why you were chosen for this mission. That's why you were chosen for this purpose. Because you've been an influencer without even realizing it. Just gotta tell you, you've been an influencer without even realizing it, but you do realize it now. There's no cockiness. You're very humble. And see, that's why you've experienced so much warfare because see, the enemy don't want you to talk. The enemy don't want you to share they don't want you to be transparent about your pain and your conflicts and your ups and your downs, your ebbs and your flows. They don't want you to be, out here giving people, you know what I mean, advice or sharing your experiences with people because they want people to continue to suffer. You didn't want to continue to suffer. That's why you dug deep. That's why you went into monk mode. That's why you tapped into your inner shaman. You know what I mean? That's when you realized you was a fucking empath, a very sensitive, a hyoko hype empath. You know what I mean? High priestess, you had hidden knowledge as a child. You would tell your elders, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And they would shut that child up. That child won't know what they're talking about. And then when it would happen, they go get that child. Go get that child. And then they would sit there and ask you questions. You know? You were used in a lot of ways as a child. You were misused as a child. You were misused as a teen. You were misused as a young adult. You were misused as an elder. You know what I mean? You've experienced a lot of pain. You've experienced a lot of ups and downs, ebbs and flows. You know what I mean? You've had a lot of, people come into your life who wanted to, be energy vampires in your life and just suck the life out of you. Like I said, people knew who you were before you did. That's it's a thing, baby. It's a thing. To get where you need to go in life, to get to the ultimate goal, to get to we never get to the finish line. We don't. We don't. But what we do get to is we get to the point where we say, okay, what is this teaching? Didn't happen to me, it happened for me. What am I learning? What am I supposed to learn from this? And then we turn around and we share the experience with others unapologetically, as transparent as possible, as authentic as we can possibly be. And we help others, not even realizing that we're on mission. We're in our purpose. Collective, the realization of who you are now, you understand the assignment now. You understand the world card is completion. Like I said, we don't ever get to the finish line, but we do get to the understanding of why we are here. You understand that you've been an influencer. You understood, you understand, you understand, you overstand what you've been doing all this time. You've been a foundation for so many. Like I said, people go to your pages and they look every day. You know what I mean? Like there was a time when everybody was commenting, everybody was liking, everybody was loving. You know what I mean? When it was new and fresh, and now they're to the point where they don't like, and they don't, you know what I mean? They don't comment anymore. But you know that they're building their foundation off of your words, off of your experiences, off of your enlightenment, then you're perfectly all right. You're okay. You're like, you know what? I don't need the likes. I don't need the comments. I never did. It was just reassuring in the beginning that people were seeing what they needed to see, hearing what they needed to hear. But now you don't need the reassurance. You don't need any of that because you're solid. You know what your mission is. You know what purpose you have in this world today. So when they come for you in the spiritual realm, they get rebuked. It returns to sender. It's nothing to laugh at because you know what? There is always dark and there's always light. And the dark is always going to try to take out the light. But see, the light is too powerful. People are going to see the light. You cannot see the light. You know? Justice is coming for you, baby. You stood in your power. You stood 10 toes down. You were authentic. You stood in your authenticness. You were transparent. You were organically you. You didn't allow society's whatever to dictate who and what you were going to be. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were fierce. You were courageous. You know what I mean? With your authenticity, with your transparency, with your ebb and your flow. There's a lot of people who want to apologize for coming against you or doubting you or, wanting the worst for you. There's a lot of people who admire you and respect you because of your authenticness, your transparency, your organic nature, and the fact that you shared your journey with them. There's a lot of people who hold a lot of respect and love for you because of that. They see you as a light in a dark, dark place that they were in, just like you were. All you wanted to do was heal. And you were just sharing your journey. You were just sharing what you were going through and how it felt. And because you were so honest, people were able to take hold of that. And then they were able to say, yeah, me too. Me too. You put light on the darkness. You brought the darkness to light. Everybody was trying to run from their darkness. You didn't. You stood and looked dead in the face and was like, okay, what am I learning from this? Why am I experiencing this? What are you here to teach me? You looked the darkness in the eye and you was like, okay, let's get it. Let's get it. You balanced your yin and your yang. Your dark and your light. They've watched your journey, baby. Bro says people have been watching your journey. You may have had love and lost love. And maybe that was the reason why you were healing. Or maybe you were going through what you were going through and you were being transparent about the experiences and what you were feeling. You didn't hide the pain. You were honest and open about the pain. And they've watched you heal. You've given them hope on healing. Ebb and flowing. Some think you're a fool or thought you were a fool for being so honest and open. Now they're like, I was the fool. Some thought you didn't know your way. They didn't understand your journey. They didn't understand why you were doing what you were doing. Some wanted to confuse you. Some people wanted to have other people confused about you. Okay, here we go. This hair shit. I'm gonna put it in the ponytail and be done. But you kept being authentic. You kept ebbing flowing. You kept going with it. You kept saying, I got this. I got this. I got this. I'm going to be all right. 44:36. I'm not going to make this long. Alexa, you've been an influencer on so many levels. You've been an influencer on so many levels. You know what I mean? Like, you've enlightened so many folks. Like, you were on purpose and you were on your mission and you didn't even realize it because you were just trying to heal. You were just trying to heal. You've been through a lot. You've seen a lot. You don't look like what you've been through. You were just here to help. You've been on a mission, and there's been a lot of people that try to take you out. They try to take you out spiritually, emotionally. They try to play with you. You know, make you doubt your self-worth, make you compromise your self-worth. Some people taught you your self-worth. Some people forced you into learn your self-worth, forced you into setting healthy boundaries, forced you into self-love, by the way they treated you, and it didn't feel right. And you was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I gotta walk away. Even though it may have broke your heart, but you still had to go and take care of you. You knew you understood the assignment, even if you didn't understand the assignment. But you do now. You do now. Your patience, your faith was unwavering. I'm not gonna say you didn't get frustrated at times. We're human. You're spiritual living in a human body. But that bottom line is collective. You didn't give up. You didn't give up. Now you're moving forward. You understand the assignment. You understand what assignment you're on. And you want to help as many people. And you're going to go even harder now. You know what I mean? You're going to try to, like tap into even more gifts. They're going to try to stop you, collective. They're going to try to block your platforms. People are not going to be liking your content. It's okay. They still see it. They still see it. Whether they like it or not. Whether they comment or not. They still see it. No worries. Some are angry because you keep going. They tried to stop you a long time ago and they can't figure out how you're still going. So they're a little angry. They're a little angry. You're still juggling though, baby. You still holding it together. You like, ah. First card out is what? Queen of Pentacles. Here we go. King of Pentacles. You got a partnership coming. There's something coming for you, baby. That's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge. It's coming. You were struggling, or you was worried about how you was gonna do this or you was gonna do that. Justice is coming. It's all right. You've been on a mission and you didn't even know it. You're getting ready to get yours, man. You went through the dark night of the soul, and you've helped so many other souls go through the dark night of the soul, the death and rebirth. We die so many times in one lifetime. People don't grasp that concept. You know what I mean? When I was like, yo, you know how many times I died, literally, and had to come back to life, rebuild my life? People are like, what are you talking about? Once you die, you die. No. No. Not if you're doing the inner work. Because if you're doing the inner work, you're releasing. That's a death. That's a death right there. Releasing is a death. You've been wounded, honey. Bro, since you've been a wounded warrior since you was a young gun. like I said, you've been through a lot. And people have watched you go through this. They have watched you evolve. After everything you've been through, you still standing. And some people are in disbelief. They're like, I don't fuck. Because you've been in mission, you've been on purpose. You know what I mean? You was doing what you was called to do without even realizing it. That's how you still stand. The collective, bro, sis, this is how you're still standing because you are on mission. You didn't even realize that you was on mission. You was in your purpose. You are helping others get to where you are or where you're going. Yeah? And that's the truth. There's a source. I can't make it up. Honey, bro, sis, you have helped so many people stand in their power, stand in their truth, be transparent, admit the pain, admit the anguish, admit the self-esteem issue, admit the self-confidence issues. You know what I mean? Like the mommy daddy issues. You know what I mean? Maybe they came from a big family. Maybe they didn't feel heard. Maybe they didn't feel seen. Maybe. The list goes on. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Collective. You've been an influencer on so many different platforms. You've helped so many people learn about the ebb and flow of life, about healing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done. You, you've helped so many people come to the Ten of Swords. Take those knives out of their own fucking back. They've watched you do it. They watched people play in your face, clown you. They watched you take the swords out of your own back and keep a smile on your face while you were doing it. You heard what I just said? People have watched people clown you, play in your face, slander your name, drag you through the mud, character assassinate you, bring up your past, try to discredit you, try to defame you. They watch people do this. They watched. They're in disbelief. Many people are still in disbelief. How the hell did you do that? You did it because you believed. You had faith. You believed in the ebb and flow. You were patient. You had faith as small as a mustard seed. I mean, Queen of Swords, you learned your worth. You learned how to use that sword. You learned how to see through the bullshit. You are no more that bleeding heart, wearing your heart on your sleeve, letting anybody just walk all over you. Son, can't make it up, baby. You're about to be rewarded. You are about to be rewarded, and I mean rewarded, in divine's timing. Divine is going to give you whatever it is you feel like you lost, whether it be family, whether it be income, whether it be love, whatever. Because you learned to stand in your power and discern who was for you and who was against you. You are no longer a bleeding heart. You stood in purpose. You was on your mission. You didn't even realize it. You was being you, and you still continue to be you, and transparent and authentic. You know what I mean? Like, the universe is about to bless you, babe, because you've been through so much, and you've had so many people coming up against you. I'm gonna end it here, collective. Take what resonates and leave the rest. The time is ready. Stay sucker free. Hotep always. Stay walking your truth, walking your peace. Bring it wherever you go. Love and light. The high of high priestess.